And that world will be navigated in no small measure by India and its 1.4 billion people and the effect they will have all over the world. Not a single issue that I mentioned, technology, climate, geopolitical dynamics, international political economy, makes really any sense without thinking about India and India's role in that dynamic. And as we think about India's role in the last few years, it has increasingly come to play a leadership role in a variety of challenges and issues around the world. Just to take one example, during its recent G20 presidency, India emphasized the importance of digital public infrastructure. A recent agreement between the United States and India highlights the possibility for international climate finance and reflects the possibility of unlocking over $1 billion in funding from international financial institutions. And if you go down the list, whether it's regional security and the Quad or issues involving multilateralism and the future of the international economic system, India and its government are playing an increasingly critical role. Today, to delve more deeply into these dynamics, we are privileged to have the External Affairs Minister of India, His Excellency S. Jaishankar. We're particularly delighted to have Minister Jaishankar because on the heels of the UN General Assembly meeting, we are in a perfect position to discuss some critical challenges that face the world, some opportunities that face India, and to understand how his own journey, which has reflected years as the country's external affairs minister since May of 2019, are now ultimately going to play out around the world. Dr. Jaishankar brings a perspective to his role that is informed not only by long years as a diplomat, but also by what I would call a scholarly perspective. He's a fellow political scientist. We like political scientists at Carnegie. Welcome. He has started his career at the Air Force School in Delhi and then went to St. Stephen's College and studied chemistry, but then saw the light and moved towards political science and attended Nehru University, earning an MA and a PhD. After long years of service in the External Affairs Ministry, he was able to serve his country in Prague, in Beijing, in Tokyo, in Moscow, here in Washington, D.C., and then culminating his long career in the Foreign Service as Foreign Secretary. We have often talked here at Carnegie about how the world has changed relative to 10, 20 years ago. You have mentioned often that there's a multipolar moment that has already arrived. You also sometimes use the term multi-alignment to describe India's relationship to the world, and that comes on the heel of many decades in the past when India referred to non-alignment. So I'd love to hear from you what multipolarity means to you and what multi-alignment means and how it's different from non-alignment.